Hi, welcome to another episode of Book Covers DIY. Since our Barbie-inspired book cover video was so popular, I thought we'd do another inspired by video today. Our inspiration for today's book cover comes from Reese's Book Club. Reese's pick for July was Yellow Eyes by R.F. Kuang. I really love how simple yet captivating the book cover design is. So I'm going to take some inspiration from this design and create something similar yet different. You'll see what I mean. So let's hop on over to our favorite design website. This is canva.com. Once you sign up for free, you'll log in and you'll be taken to a homepage that looks very similar to this. We're going to focus on just the front cover, so I'm going to choose an ebook cover. You can find book cover usually on this menu, or you can just simply type book cover into the search bar at the top. It's going to take you over to the book cover templates page. There are currently 4,862 templates to choose from. Since we're doing it inspired by book cover, I'm just going to come over here to create a blank book cover and click on that. Now we're taken to our design studio. So I want to start with the color. This book cover is a bold, bright yellow, so I want to choose a bold, bright color. To do that, I'm just going to click on the rectangle. This is the background. You'll notice that once I clicked on it, this purple box appeared, and also this little rainbow square appeared right here in the upper left. This is where we select our background color. I'm going to click on that, and now we have a new toolbar here with a bunch of color palettes. So for this background, I am going to just come over here to the default colors. This is similar to what the actual book is. I'm going to do a totally different book, so I want to choose a totally different color. I'm thinking of going with a green. So let me try out these greens here. We got like a lime green, maybe a leaf green, and then we have more of a bolder green. I'm trying to see. I think I'm deciding between these two. Also, when I'm on the green, if I wanted to change that, I can always come back up here and see it's showing me where it currently is. If I wanted to adjust that slightly, I could just move the slider. Okay, so I think I'm going to stick with this dark green for right now. I can always adjust it later if I am not happy with it. Okay, so we have our bold, bright color. This would definitely catch someone's eye if they saw it on a bookshelf. So now we need to go and grab some elements or something to put on the cover. So I'm going to go over here to our toolbar on the left, and I'm going to click on elements. This book has some eyes. I'm also going to search for a pair of eyes. So I'm going to type eyes in the search box. And then we have some choices. We have graphics, photos, videos, and so on. I am going to select a graphic. So I'm going to click on see all. And then if you'll notice, some of these are animated. For instance, these are blinking. If I want to filter those out, I'm going to come up here to these three sliders. If you click in there, you're going to get some filter options. So you can filter by color, your orientation, and this is what we want, is this category animation. We want to check static. We only want static images. We don't want any animated. And then I just click off to the side. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start clicking on a bunch of different eyes and let them all just fall over here, and then we will sort of narrow down to the ones we like. Of course, I don't want any cartoony eyes. I want more realistic eyes. So like here's some here. There's another pair there. Here's some with a photo. I mean, that could be interesting as well. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go through here. I'm going to bring them down so that we can kind of go through them and find the ones that we like. So I'm just bringing them all down. Okay, so we'll start with these. I'm going to bring them up here. It looks like it's a fourth of the way down is what it looks like on this book cover. So let's first of all stretch them out. I want to keep them in those guidelines right there. And I'm going to place them, and then I'm just going to click off to the side so we can kind of get an idea of what the book cover would look like with those eyes there. Okay, that looks pretty good, but I don't want the brown eyes, and it does not look like I can change these, because if it allowed me to customize the color, there would be a little color box right here. There isn't one, which means that I cannot change the color of these. So I don't want brown eyes on this book cover. So I'm going to go ahead and delete those. Just click the little trash can. I selected these because I actually want green eyes. So these are actually the same perfect shade of the background. So those might be a contender. We will kind of hang on to those. We'll see. Let's try another pair. Okay, so these are the exact same as the green, but brown. And again, you can't change the color, so I don't want those. I'm just going to delete those. Let's try this pair. Let's stretch them out. I think these, let's see, click off. Yeah, these ones are definitely too cartoony. I want them to be a little bit more realistic, so I'm going to delete those. I definitely want to have some eyelashes, so I'm going to delete those. Okay, these, I don't think I can change the color on those either, and a little bit too cartoony. Okay, I don't want those. Here's another pair. Okay, yeah, I'm not happy with those. I don't like, there's so many lines on those. Hey, these are pretty similar to the ones on the book, aren't they? Let me go see. They're similar because they just have the thick black outline and the white inside. We'll hang on to those too. So far we're hanging on to the green ones and those. And I don't think I want a photo. I just wanted to kind of show you an idea of you can do something different. Okay, I'm going to delete those. Okay, I'm really liking these. They're very realistic. They got the eyelashes, and I like the angle of the eyebrows. Okay, these are like right now in first place. Let's try these other ones. Oh gosh, please ignore those construction trucks. They are so loud. Okay, this is interesting too. I also want you to see that different graphics can give a totally different feel to your book and kind of give an idea of what the reader's going to find on the inside. For instance, look at these eyes. There's not an angry arch or surprised arch in the eyebrow. The eyes are kind of half so it's almost kind of like a sleepy look to them. For a book cover, I don't find these eyes intriguing. There feels like there's no emotion to those. So I'm going to delete those. Okay, these eyes have sort of a, I guess side eye. So this is kind of interesting, but these are definitely not my first choice. So I'm going to delete those because they're a little bit too cartoony for what I'm wanting. Okay, now let's talk about these two. There is something almost a little sinister. It's the angle of those brows, the darkness of the lashes. Then when you place these up here, these eyes have sort of a surprise or shock look to them. Let's say in the plot of the story, something shocking happens, then I would select these. But okay, I'll go ahead and tell you the title I want for this book is to be Green Eyes. And I want it to deal with maybe envy or jealousy. So these are the perfect eyes to convey that feeling to your reader. So I want you to see how important it is, even if you're choosing only one simple element, something as simple as a pair of eyes, that it needs to coincide with your story on the inside and let your readers know it's the first impression they're going to have. And the cover is actually what causes them to pick up your book and read the first line. So as important as your first line is, or the first paragraph, the book cover is even more important than that. Needless to say, these are the eyes that I'm going with. I'm going to place them right about there. And you'll know they're centered when the purple guideline appears. It's a solid purple line. That's how you know that your element is centered. All right, so now we're going to choose a font and write our title. To do that, we're going to come back over here to the left, this toolbar, and we're going to click on text. So I'm going to come up here to add a heading. I'm going to click on that. And you can see a text box appears over here on our design. I'm going to double click inside, backspace, and like I said, I'm going to call this Green Eyes. I don't want it in the middle of my book. I want to actually bring it down and center it. You can see the purple line, the solid purple line appears once it's centered. Now we need to change the font. Okay, so they have a bold block font. Okay, so change our font, we can come up here, and the default is always Canva Sans, but if you click on the little down arrow, you're going to get a whole new menu of font choices. As you can see over here, when I click on it, this changes. I want something tall and skinny, but bold. Oh, that looks pretty similar. Let me stretch that out. Okay, I think I like this one already. It is called Anton, but I'll show you just, a few more like that so we can see the differences. You'll want to choose one that also has the feel of your story. So like if you're writing a sci-fi book, you might want something like this. So your title should also reflect what your story is about as well. I'm going to go back to this Anton because I really like that one. I'm just going to choose that, and I've centered it. Now I could change the color to white if I wanted to do that. I would come up here to this A where it has a rainbow bar under it. It says text color. I would click in there and then I would get my color palette. So if I wanted white, it would look like that. I can click off to the side. If I wanted to do a different green, I could do that. But I think I'm going to just stick with the black because it matches the eyes. So I'm going to just choose black. All right, so let's see what else. Okay, and the name underneath. This looks like a typewriter font. So let's come back over. Okay, for the author name, I'm going to choose add a subheading. It's going to give me a smaller font. I'm just going to make up a name. Okay, and then I'm going to make that slightly larger. I will probably adjust the size as well, but I'm making it larger right now just so we can find a typewriter font. So again, we're going to come up here to Canva Sans, and now I want to find a typewriter font. If I don't want to scroll all the way through there, I could just write typewriter to see what choices I have. Okay, so everything that's like with a typewriter has popped up. So here's American Typewriter. It's a little bit skinnier. It's not so bold because we don't want to have the same boldness as in the title. There's this one. I actually could take off the bold if I wanted. Let's just keep trying a few of these out. Okay, so I think the one I've liked so far was, what was it? This Carollo Play Script. Okay, I like that one. And I made sure to take off the bold. This is how it looks with the bold. I don't want that because I want it to be different, and I also want it to be smaller. So the way you can adjust the size, you can either grab the corner and shrink it and stretch it, or you can come up to the center where it says font size. Right now it's at 106. We can adjust that by clicking another number, or we can click the plus and the minus. Okay, I'm going to leave it at 96. I think that's a pretty good size, and I brought it down to where the guide box appears. I'm going to click off to the side. Oh, let me make sure it's centered. I want the solid, there we go, the solid purple line in the center, not the dotted one. All right, so that's looking great so far. And now I want to add a tagline. We want to give them an idea of what they're going to encounter inside. So you can either come up with a tagline on your own, but I want to show you this fun new feature that Canva has. Let's go to Canva Home. So I have this other tab with Canva Home. If you have the Pro version, or if you're using the free Pro trial, you can access this. If you click on Doc right here, or if you don't see it in your menu, it's usually right here. See, it says Docs, or you can type it in. It's just a, like a Pages in Mac, or a Word document. Once you come over here and you just have your sort of like Word document, if you click on the plus, you're going to get a little menu. The first one here says Magic Write with a little crown. Again, if you're using Pro or you are using the free Pro trial, you can access this feature. Click on Magic Write. This is the AI feature like everyone is doing right now with the Chat GPT and everything like that. So I'm going to go in here and tell it what I want it to do. So I'm going to put enter. Write me a 1-sentence tagline for a book titled Green Eyes. Okay, and then I need to tell it something about the book other than just green eyes. The book is a fiction novel in the thriller genre and is about envy. Okay, so I'm telling it what I want it to do. I want it to write me a 1-sentence tagline, and then I'm telling it a little bit more information. The book is a fiction novel in the thriller genre and is about envy. So once you have given the AI your instructions, you're going to click on Generate. Okay, and so here is what it has given us. It says, envy has never been so deadly as seen through the green eyes of a killer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and take it over to our book design. I want to paste it here, so I need to select a text box. I'm going to choose the third one, a little bit of body text, because it's going to give me a smaller font. I'm going to paste it in there, and then I'm going to decide if I want to shorten it. I actually think I just want to shorten it to say that envy has never been so deadly. I find that far more intriguing to just have it short and sweet. Okay, so I like that. Let's change the font. I think I might go with the same, what was this? JD Lane Corolla. Okay, so I'm going to click in there. I'm going to come up here to Canva Sans, and it should have saved it. It's suggesting these. Oh, the reason it hasn't changed it because I still have my typewriter in the search. Let me clear that, and then let's see if it saved it. Let's go back. Okay, document font. So it saves what you have already used. I've used Anton. Canva Sans is right here, and Corolla PlayScript is right there. So that's what's really cool about Canva. It'll actually save. So instead of having to scroll all over again, I can just click on this Corolla PlayScript, and you can see that it changed to the same font as this. I'm going to click off to the side. Okay, I want to bring it down right above the eyebrows. Okay guys, so I think we are done with this project. Let me show you how we can download it and check it out. I came up here to the upper right because it just says green. I need to add a name for this project. Green Eyes book cover. Now we're going to go over here to share on the upper right, and we're going to click on download. I'm just going to choose PNG so we can check it out. And I'm going to click download, and we just got to wait. Well, it's already done. We usually got to wait a little bit for that bar to go across. It's already done over with. So I'm going to click on it, and you can see how we made something similar but completely different with a completely different feel. We just took inspiration from this book and made our own. And so you can see that you can take inspiration from any books you see or any, movie posters or anything and make something that's completely your own. We never want to copy exactly, but it's perfectly fine to be inspired by something, start collecting images and ideas. So when it comes time for you to design your book cover, you can kind of have some inspiration to draw from. So I hope you enjoyed today's Inspired by video. If you did, please let me know in the comments section below, and feel free to suggest some other books you'd like to see me create similar covers of. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to update you about future videos. So thanks again for watching, liking, and subscribing. Until next time, bye-bye.